Hey friends, the adventure starts. I'm heading down to the windshield replacement shop to try to get my windshield replaced today. This is 2.5 years in the making. Wish me luck.
You can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, we all know that it's the only way to really say what we're gonna say. If we rise up and try to make it right, righteousness is not a fight. They all thought that we would never learn. Consciousness will never burn. If we rise up and try to make it right, know yourself and you will see the light. If you want it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, the situation's in a hurry. We won't be waiting here in vain for the burst of prosperity in this world of insanity. Yeah, they all thought that we would never learn. Not know we can touch the sun and rise up and make this right. Selfishness will never last, no. If you want it, you can grab it with your hands, nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it.
Well, I'm here at Safe Light. We'll see if they still have the windshield. I have the other parts that I had to go order. That was a bit of a pain in the neck, but at least that's done. Hopefully they haven't scratched the glass, broken the glass, misplaced the glass, given the glass away, sold it to somebody else, or done something else like that. I never know. Well, the windshield looks great. A little bit of a hassle. Hopefully it stays in there. close to 4 hours since that windshield was put in, and I've let the adhesive dry as long as I can. It's time to get going back to the house, so I have to drive down a bumpy road. What they normally tell you is don't pressure wash it for 2 days and don't be rough with it for at least 2 days. I don't have the option, so now I'm going to get driving and crawling along back to the house. Oh yeah, it rained too. It rained quite a lot of it on the road coming to the dirt road here. Doesn't look too bad on this dirt road. Still run the windshield wipers. Well, I'm finally home. 520 miles worth of driving over a total of 2 trips to get a windshield installed. It's interesting. Now, you may remember that yesterday I mentioned that probably the first question they're going to ask, or the first statement they'll make, was, let's see if we have the right windshield. And guess what? The first thing was, well, let's check to make sure we have everything we need. I had everything they needed. They just needed the windshield. Fortunately, they still had the windshield, which was good. It's interesting because the person who was in line right in front of me had a VW Volkswagen come in to have a rear window replaced. They asked her when she called, is it a tinted rear window? And she said, yes, the original window was tinted. So they took the order, they set up the appointment and said, come in today. So she came in, and guess what? The technician said, well, let's go see if we have the right glass. The right glass? Another person? Yeah, well, she specified the tinted window. The company couldn't find the tinted window, so they just ordered plain clear glass. That's not what she had. That's not what she wanted. She was really patient, although I could see she was getting a little exasperated. So the unhelpful receptionist said, well, let's go take a look at your car. And she said, oh, well, that window has window tint on it. It's not actually embedded in the window. It's just been applied. So you can go get that done anywhere. And the woman very patiently said, no, that's not the original window. The original window was factory tinted. The last time your company put in a window, they put in a clear window. That's not what I wanted, and that's what I said at the time. But I took the window because I was on the road and I needed a new window. And yes, they went ahead and got it tinted at a nearby shop, but it's not the original window. So what she decided to do, she's going to take the plain glass and get it tinted. You know, I'm just not sure how some of these companies stay in business. I'm sure I know because a lot of their work is done through insurance companies, so they just rely on the insurance company to refer you to them. In fact, my insurance company has them as the preferred supplier. That's okay, but not preferred for me. The receptionist was not helpful at all. She was really pretty rude, maybe not rude, but not interested in helping anybody with anything. Kind of the whole comeuppance of my interaction with her was when I got the receipt and said, oh, I just need you to put on there that I supplied all of the fixtures to hold the windshield in. And she went, well, I can't do that. It's already been printed out. I said, all you have to do is write on the receipt. She said, well, I can't do that. I'm not going to do that. So the customer service manager came over and said, well, I can put it on there. And so he did. Now I get to go back to my insurance company and say, I had to buy the parts. I gave them the parts. They put my parts on my car that I paid for. So I need some money back from the insurance company. I'm sure they're not going to like that, but at least I have a new windshield. So far, it's holding up. I was told not to let it bounce around for at least 2 hours. Better to let it sit for 4 to 6 hours before it gets any big bumps, and really they wanted to wait 24 hours, but I don't have 24 hours to wait. So I drove in to our house really slowly on our dirt road. There's a lot more that happened today with people having similar results that I had last trip. So it's not an unknown situation, and I don't understand it. I really don't understand why, when a part isn't available, they don't let you know when they order the glass. That's all they needed to do in my case, because I could have arranged to have the parts here before the glass got here from England. It's a $1,600 piece of glass. It took another $200 worth of parts to put it in the car. But it took 2 months after my first appointment for me to find the parts. I found them, I ordered them, they got here in one piece, and I took them down. Not the way I want to do business, but at least it's replaced.